Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Today we are going to take a look at the first week of April. I guess you could say this is an after the pen video. I just wanted to spend a few minutes and go over how I actually use my planners. In this case, this is my catch-all slash content planner. So it's a Franken planning system where for each month I have 2 tabs in the month. I have a catch-all section, see that says April, and then I have my content planning section that also says April. So I just wanted to kind of talk about how I use my planner throughout the week. So I pre-plan, meaning I spend time, usually Sunday, maybe Monday, and I list everything that I need to do for that week in my planner. Of course, there are some things I forget or some things that pop up, but for the most part, I plan out my week ahead of time. But since it's the beginning of the month, let's take a look at the month, and you see that I have decorated this. I think I do have a video up about that. And I've pretty much gone in, and I never really do much with my monthlies, if I'm being honest with you. But I do like to go in and put just a few important dates in here. Sometimes I do make a monthly list, to-do list here, but I don't use that a lot, if I'm being honest. So yeah, this is what my monthly looks like. And I probably will not come back in here and make any more adjustments to this because I don't refer to my monthlies unless I need to know what date it is and confirm a date. But other than that, I don't really use them throughout the weeks. I don't. So from my monthly section, I go into my goal setting section. Now, I am using in my catch-all, I am using the Work Plus Life layout. By far, it is probably, I can't say it's my ultimate favorite, but it is definitely one of my top 3, and they're all equal. So this is one of my favorites. This is the reason why I chose the Work Plus Life layout. It is this dashboard right here. It is at the beginning of every month. There's a section for you to have your goals, your to-do list. I do a little decorating up here. I break down my goals into actions, and all of this comes with the planner. There is no other layout like this at Happy Planner, and so this level of functionality is what I need. So when I come in at the beginning of the month, I kind of write down everything I want to focus on. I didn't know what I was going to do with this area, but I've decided just to kind of decorate it and put some highlights here, maybe from my budget or maybe major things that I have to do. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And then, yeah, other than that, I just use these pages the way they are labeled. Not a ton of decoration. I use them primarily with their functional intent, and that's about it. What I will say about my goals section is that I do have a goals planner. I use my Hemlock and Oak. I love that planner. I will probably show that planner at the end of this video because this is about after the pen in most of my planners. So I only use this section to really help me break down actions for the month. And I think that's why this is really useful. Okay, so then if I go into the first week, I don't know if I have this as a decorative video or not. If I don't, I should, but I don't know if I do. But this is what my after the week looks like. In my catch-all, I really don't do memory keeping or journaling. I do have a couple of planners that I will start doing more of that after June, after this quarter, but I don't really do that in my catch-all, if I'm honest with you. This is just a place where I keep track of what I need to do, and I check it off as I have done it. So I'm actually filming this on Saturday, so I will just come in here and check off filming, planning, and cleaning. I was able to get all that done today. So on Sunday, I have some planning and filming to do, and then I'll check that off as well. And that is pretty much what my after the pen looks like. This is an hourly layout, so I use time blocking to help me schedule my day. yeah, and I love this. I absolutely love this layout for my catch-all. So if I go forward to my content section for April, I use a Kell of a Plan vertical. That's what this divider is. This is just my word of the year. I usually keep that in every month somewhere. I generally fill out my goals for my business in the month ahead. This is one of my own planner inserts. And then I fill out my content creation and posting schedule. So I will check off what has already posted. Like I said, I'm filming this on Saturday, so my whole life planner for April 7th has not posted yet. I have filmed, and yeah, so far that's all I've done. So that's how I use my quads. I just come in here and keep track of what I'm doing. My monthly video, this is more informative for me, so that I know what I need to film for the upcoming week. So there's really nothing to check off here. And that's my planning section. So then I get into my calendar section. This is a calendar that I really don't decorate. I just use pen and highlighter, as you can see. And I just kind of go through and put down my posting days, social media days. I think I've said before with my business, I'm pretty horrible at social media. So I put it in here. That's aspirational. Let's say that. One day I'm going to come in here and check off all this social media stuff, but today is not that day. But no, I just kind of build out what days I'm supposed to be posting, what days I'm supposed to be filming, things like that. I could definitely put a little bit of decor here. I'm not moved to do so. So this is what my content planner looks like. I use, like I said, the Kell of a Plan vertical. And so all I do when I come in here is that I keep this top row, well, I keep each row dedicated to one specific thing. So the top row is filming and editing, the second row is posting, and the third row is social media. This planner, I am going to start to do a little bit of journaling and not quite memory keeping because it's a business content planner, but I do sometimes find the need just to write how that week went. So just light journaling in here, because I also end up having a lot of open space in these layouts, which I'm okay with overall, but I have some room to do some journaling and reflecting. And so that's what I'm going to start doing. I've done that a little bit. I don't know what's wrong with this pen. I've done that a little bit here, and moving forward in upcoming weeks, I'll probably do more of that. But yeah, I basically take the same approach. I pre-plan. So at the beginning of the week, I write all this in, and then I'll come in and I just check things off. That's why checklists are so important for me. So you'll see though that on Friday, I actually didn't get a chance to film this. So that is going to be moved over to Saturday, because Saturday was the day I actually filmed it. I'm actually filming this video Saturday. So that is how, that's what my After the Pen looks like. And that's pretty much it for my catch-all / content planner. Again, what I want to say to you guys is I am a pre-planner. So I go into the week on Sunday and Monday and I list everything on my planners that I expect to do. Yes, I have to make some adjustments, as you just saw. Sometimes I have to add things on here, move things around. I'm okay with that, but pre-planning is critical to me. I typically don't go back and do any like memory keeping or journaling in my planners. I am going to start doing that a little bit more with this content planner, just because I will have a little extra space. Not a lot, but just keeping a record of how it's going with my business. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, a couple more changes I'm going to make probably from the upcoming week moving forward is that I have found that I don't do a ton of work on Mondays related to my business. So that gives me some room in my layouts to use this area for like to-dos for the whole week. I do have it on my sidebar too, but I can customize my to-dos per topic here. So I might start doing that a little bit more. So that is pretty much it in my content planner. Well, catch-all, which is my overall activities and content planner. Okay, so then the next planner that I want to talk to you about and show you a little bit after the pen is my goals planner, which is a hemlock and oak. So with hemlock and oak, I have set this up already for the month of April. And what I do in this planner is I start by doing my overview for all my goals. And I use a highlighter and pen for the most part, not a lot of decorating. But I make sure that I fill this in for the month. And I have specific goals for certain categories. And then in the month, highlighter and pen focused, I kind of go through here and I write down specific activities. This planner is dedicated solely to my goals. So I don't write a lot necessarily in a month. It looks like it does, but these activities are directly related to those goals that you just saw. So if it doesn't fit in there, it's probably not going to be on here. But it's things like the days I want to exercise, or explore or learn something new, or financial building activities. This is what I will put here. And then in the week, I take the same approach. For that particular week, I write down everything that I want to accomplish related to those goals categories. So you'll see down here, I have my goals categories with the color-coded highlighter. So self-care, finance, work and career, explore and expand. And then these are the steps that I really want to work on for this week. And so I come in on my time block for the day and I write certain things down. They tend to be the same things each week. And it's related again to what I'm really trying to work on. So for example, building a well-being and self-care routine is really, really, really important to me. So I have work on my AM routine and work on my evening routine every day. And I really have not been successful with it, if I'm being honest. I can't check one day where I did that. And that's frustrating to me. And it's because I focus so heavily on work during the day that it's really hard for me just to stop and take care of myself. And I know I'm not the only one in that boat. So it's something that shows up every week. And then also I put the days I want to exercise. And then I put days where I work on other things. I didn't really exercise this week. I cannot check that off. I really didn't do anything on my routine this week. I cannot check that off. This is Saturday. I still have time to explore a new task. And Sunday, hopefully I can do a self-care activity. But I don't really have anything to check off other than history rooted refresh, which is my business. I did do that. So that's under work and career. And I did check those off. But this is what my after the pen looks like. I basically set all this stuff up during the week and then come in after the week and check off what I have done. So for my setup for the next week, I will do the same thing. It's not set up yet because this is Saturday and I don't really film these setups because it's just me writing. But when I sit down on Sunday to plan, this is one of the things that I will sit down and plan. So that's what my after the pen looks like for both of these planners, my catch-all and my content planning and my goals planning. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a happy planning experience for the rest of the month of April.